The Shark Deck.
I'm Johnny Mac, and I love a good conspiracy. Remember Pete Davidson allegedly crashed into a house with his car? Told you about that earlier in the week. Well, the house no longer exists. What? The two-story Beverly Hills house, according to TMZ, used to sit at the intersection of Rodeo Drive and a smaller street, and it was recently razed. Just the outline of its foundation remains on the lot. TMZ has previously recorded Pete was charged with reckless driving for crashing into the no longer existing house. At the time, the damage to the house seemed very minimal. Everyone figured Pete or the insurance would cover the repairs. It's unclear how much damage was done, but the house is gone. No one knows why the owner decided to get rid of the house. TMZ adds, by the way, if Pete's convicted, he could, I'll say that word again, could get up to 90 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. Who knows? Maybe we'll see Pete in an orange jumpsuit picking garbage. Congratulations, Whitney Cummings. She's pregnant, expecting her first child in December. She shared the news on Instagram and gave fans a look at her baby bump in some snaps. She also included a sonogram. Whitney Cummings is 40 and said, "In these pictures, I am with child, and there's a baby in me too." And she said, "All your dates in 2023 still happening. I may fall over a couple times. All the gigs are on. I'm just pregnant, not dying." Big press release from Just for Laughs. I didn't even get to read this. I'm looking at this cold. JFL returns this summer with some of today's most buzzworthy comedy podcast cast panels and conversations, an unforgettable table read, and industry addresses. Let's take a look. The recipients of the prestigious 2023 Just for Laughs award shows have been revealed. The winners are Comedy Person of the Year, wrong, QUINTA BRUNSON. Stand-Up Comedian of the Year, BERT KREISCHER. Interesting. Breakout Comedy Star of the Year, Ronny Chieng, and Rising Comedy Star of the Year, Mae Martin. QUINTA BRUNSON, Comedy Person of the Year, has rapidly emerged as a prominent figure and game changer in the entertainment industry. She's been recognized as one of Time 100's most influential people, Forbes 30 Under 30, and The Hollywood Reporter's Next Gen Rising Young Stars. Stand-Up Comedian of the Year, BERT KREISCHER. Yeah, I guess he's got a big tour. Okay. Ranked number 4 in Pollstar's top 10 highest grossing tours in 22. BERT is out on tour now in his 2023 Tops Off World Tour and the summer's Fully Loaded Comedy Festival. On March 14th, BERT released his highly anticipated 5th stand-up special, so the hesitation that you keep hearing me dance with is people didn't really like that one. Breakout Comedy Star of the Year, Ronny Chieng, has broken out with a mega successful acting career starring in the worldwide hit Crazy Rich Asians, in addition to Marvel's Shang-Chi and The Legend of the Ten Rings, Disney's Doogie Kameola MD, Universal's Megan, NBC's Young Rock, Disney Plus's series American Born Chinese. Okay, I got it. Nice IMDb there. Rising Comedy Star of the Year, Mae Martin. I've seen a lot of press about Mae again in the recent week as the award season is rolling around. Their hit Netflix series Feel Good is a scripted semi-autobiographical comedy drama series. They are also an accomplished author of Can Everybody Please Calm Down? A Guide to 21st Century Sexuality. Mae Martin, Rising Comedy Star of the Year. All right, some special events, and I'm looking at this for the first time, as I said, and I'm excited. Airplane, live all-star cast read, directed by David Zucker, Thursday, July 27th. Oh, I have to be in another state on that day. I can't do this one. Join us in celebrating the 43rd anniversary of Airplane. They will do a stage reading of select scenes from the original script by an all-star cast of comedians and surprise fan favorite guests, no names quite yet. Bunch of panels. Let me save those for Monday. I'll tell you about those on Monday because I've got a lot to cover today. Dane Cook opened up the Laugh Factory's newest location in Covina. He dedicated all proceeds towards the Writers Guild Association members on strike. He said, "Writers are the lifeblood of this industry. I believe there's a way we can all put some great positive juju into the moment, both with the new club opening and this whirlwind I'm on and giving back. Felt like it's the right thing to do at the right time." Dane is out on the Perfectly Shattered tour, and he said, "It really speaks to what I think is the best part of going through breakdowns and failures and mishaps, the long turns in your life, is it can lead you to the best of times. You have to allow that understanding. Perfectly Shattered is me saying anything that happened or anything that's broken apart is bringing me the happiest and healthiest I've ever been, so why change a thing?" He was happy to partner with Jamie Masada, Laugh Factory owner, for this show, and said, "I feel like a lot of people have looked at the club as a safe haven and a place to have those much-needed laughs that you can build up when you're just in a turbulent or capsizing moment. For me, since I was a kid and when I started at the Laugh Factory, it always feels like not only coming home, but be able to contribute to the place that helped put me on the map for a lot of reasons. That's just good synergy right there."
Lyle Hole,
a cantankerous real estate attorney, has lost the ability to walk after a deadly car crash. But he has also gained something, the ability to read people's thoughts. And not just the living. When a girl's voice calls to him from inside the abandoned old Vic, Lyle is given hope of regaining the use of his legs, but it quickly turns to fear. This ghostly girl says Lyle's daughter, a rookie detective, will die in 4 days. Can he save her? Find out on the first season of Ghosthampton, a comedy horror podcast.
Bill Burr dropped by the Red Sox broadcast booth. Let's listen.
You came in specially for this, didn't you?
Yeah. I've been off the road since the beginning of May. It was great. I was learning how to cook too well, and my wife was finally like, you got to get out of here. You're driving everybody nuts. Then you guys hit me up, and I took a tour of this stadium when they first built it, so I've never been to a game here. So, I'm excited.
Bill then asked for some help with some stats.
Just out of curiosity, what's the record? There's got to be some nerd here with the laptop. Can you give us that answer?
You go to the baseball reference.
So Castro will go to the game to play
He's
left.
got enough pads on. He looks like Lindy Ruff. It's an NHL reference from 40 years ago. I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm old enough to get it. So
This ex-NHL player told me what his nickname was. It was Lindy on the road, Ruff at home. How great is that? He was a gentleman in your building.
right.
At home, the stick would come up. Back
beautiful.
in the yard.
I
Back
love
in
that.
the yard,
Durant will.
Okay, most of the week I've been freaking out about them revoicing Rick and Morty and doing a very, 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 very terrible Bugs Bunny impression. Terrible. Well, here, you're about to hear why I'm worried. The writers of Hulu's Solar Opposites have recast Korvo. Korvo, previously voiced by Justin Roiland. Justin Roiland has been canceled. Justin Roiland no longer going to voice Rick. Justin Roiland no longer going to voice Morty. Justin Roiland no longer going to voice Korvo. Dan Stevens will take over. But here's what they did. All right, so I'm going to play a clip here. The setup is they're playing darts, and one of the darts hits Korvo in the throat, and then this happens.
Watch this. Oh my God! Terry! Oh my God!
Who picked the voice fixing ray?
I'm sorry, big guy. My bad. We'll get this fixed in a jiffy.
I told you not to throw metal around here. We're going to be late to work. Stop buggering about.
Hey, does Korvo sound a little off?
This thing must not be calibrated. Let me try again.
No. This is working for me.
All right, chop, chop. Let's get a move on. I hate being late. It makes me feel hot and weird.
You make me feel hot and weird.
What was that?
Nothing. Coming, sweetie.
Wait, is his voice just gonna be like that from now on?
Yeah, but it sounds pretty much the same to me. Nobody's gonna notice.
So yeah, Korvo's voice has changed, and everyone agrees that it kind of sounds the same, and no one will notice, which is a good bit. But it's weird. I don't know. And honestly, when I was watching Solar Opposites last summer, I was actually doing a pretty decent half-ass Korvo, and if I can do a decent half-ass Korvo, somebody must be able to do a good one. So we'll see what happens there. Rob Schneider spoke to Fox. You know, Rob had that big Fox Nation special the other day, and Rob said, at the end of the day, you have to go to where the jokes are, and you have to go make fun of the people who deserve to be mocked. And I think the authoritarianism, especially coming from the liberal intelligentsia, deserve to be mocked, and it's easy to do so. I do think the really good comedians, the ones that I really respect, would go against the grain, go against wherever the power is, and wherever the power is being abused. I'm sure if George Carlin was alive, they would say he's a right-winger. I'm not sure about that. For whatever authority is being abusive, you have to go after the power centers. Rob said, the CEO of United Airlines last month, the CEO, he announced for all the hiring, for all the new pilots that are coming up this year, all the hiring for the new pilots, the main focus is going to be diversity. I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of flying all the time with those white pilots, landing safely and on time, boring. I want diversity when I fly. Schneider also said, I knew this country was in trouble when I went to a bank and the guard at the bank was like, excuse me, sir, you're at a bank. You have to wear a mask. For the last 100 years, if you wore a mask in a bank, you were the bad guy. That is a fine joke, Rob Schneider. I tip my hat to you on that one. And that's your comedy news for today. Happy birthday, Mom. Follow the show for free on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you get your shows. See you tomorrow.